But stage 5 is reforming. This comes later in a group's life when the group needs to reshape itself in order to provide ongoing satisfaction for its members and sustainability. Yeah, you might have met and then you're realizing, there's something off. Tulikuwa tuna perform, tulikuwa tu sawa, but sasa kitu imeisha. So that's where now you need now to re-strategize, sit again and what's happening, what can we do? Maybe that's the time you need to move to something else. Yeah, maybe that's the time you need to think about business. Maybe umemaliza shule, you no longer talk about kuinama, you no longer talk about cats, you no longer talk about da-da-da-da. Maybe now the conversations have moved to something else. And then you're like, Then that's where now the reforming happens. Not, it's at this level that multiplication happens. What I was saying, you can transition into something else. And some people might feel, hey, we were 30, but I think 5 of us are so tight. So when you finish your campus, the 5 can still continue meeting. And it's fine, I mean, you don't have to meet all of you. Or maybe you realize the 5 are in the same region. Maybe wako Nairobi, wengine sijui wako wapi, wako US. I mean, and they can still meet. So yeah, so that's where multiplication happens. Yeah, that transition. Common reasons to reform. So sometimes when it's still in campus, maybe you need new blood to re-energize the group. Psyche imeisha, tunafaa kuchangamka kidogo. So maybe you need to add new members. Members want to change the group's purpose, as I was saying. It's no longer the usual campus conversations. Maybe you want to move into business and things like that, or something else. Several people depart simultaneously. I think this has happened when maybe 90% of your members were 4 years. Na wote wameenda. Umebaki like 5 people. Yeah. So you need to reform. When trust is broken, when a large group needs to split, but sometimes you can split if that works, but sometimes you don't need to split. You need to just work around it, as I was saying. Meet together, then separate into like smaller groups, and then again regroup. Then there's change in leadership. The guys who are coming in, as I was saying, you're a different person. And I think some people try to copy the other person, what they were doing. But you're unique. And we allow that in your life. Just be unique. Just exude who you are, hoping you're a good person. What you're exuding is something good and of value to your members. Don't try to copy. Just be you. So that change sometimes might cause a reform, and that reform can be actually good for your group. So don't shy away from reforming. And then members transitions, as I mentioned. So for the multiplication, every small group. So this is what we would call a success, yeah, for us when it comes to multiplication in your life. So every small group will have a leader. So this is the leadership bit. So every small group has a leader, and that's a coordinator, and at least one assistant and an understudy annually. I think this has been communicated to you. You have the coordinator has the assistant, but also you have someone who is learning under the two of you, such that if the coordinator is not there, the assistant is there with the understudy. And in case the two of you are 40 years, the understudy maybe it's a first year, you can actually leave leadership to this person because they have watched you. And also, that is multiplication in this manner, that you actually building leaders. So how many leaders are in that group? There are 3. So if nothing else happens, if no one else becomes a leader, at least you, the assistant, the coordinator and the assistant, you have made one person a leader, and that is the understudy. That is already multiplication. So if you need to learn something, how to coach, what do I do for this person to learn? Talk to us, find out what you can do so that you can involve them and you build. By the time you're leaving, that you do that in a year, you already have one person that you have trained. So our hope is that about 40 to 60% of members should become leaders eventually in the group. Just give them opportunities to lead a meeting, take over from me when I'm not there, and you can be confident to actually leave it to someone. So ensure that your members are nurtured in this leadership journey. New people added to the group from the community through outreach. Just add new people to the group from the community through outreach. Just go out, even in your campuses, yeah. Just do things in your campuses so that you can also get new members. They can learn from what we do in our lab. Each small group will multiply every 12 months. So every year, let there be some sort of multiplication. And we can actually ask you questions. Tell you, from your group, how many people do you think, who do you think confidently can call themselves leaders? Because that is what you are doing. We are building leaders, nurturing a new breed of leaders in Africa. And if AYLF is small groups, without small groups we cannot do AYLF, then small groups are challenged to do that. And we are here to help. It's not like ati takufuatafuata, but at least that is the call. That is what you're trying to do in AYLF. So there's this statement that from Reader's Digest that says we age not because our cells die, but because they stop dividing and start to malfunction. Our cells don't die. We age not because our cells die, yeah, but because they stop dividing. So if you are not dividing, if you are not multiplying, you start to malfunction. That just becomes another group that is there, that is not working, that people are not coming, people don't find fun, don't find value in it, because it's there, but it's malfunctioned, it's old. Yeah, so that's why you need to take note of these stages and know where you are, where are you as a group, what do you need to do at that stage so that you can keep your group vibrant and also offering value to your members.